Heather, so great to see you. Greetings from Toronto, place you've been before.
I love Toronto. Yeah,
We love
it's
having you.
awesome.
Yeah, congratulations on this. Okay, I don't know honestly how you do it. You wrote, produce, star, direct. Like, did you do craft service? Is there anything that you can't do?
Uh, I did do a lot. It's true. I was pretty exhausted when it was done, but it was really fun to tell a story that I really cared about, and it was a fulfilling experience.
I can imagine. Tell me a little bit about how it all got started because look, I know you're not Anne per se, but there's probably some parts of Anne that are in you to have created this story that probably resonates with a lot of us. So how did it all begin?
Yeah, I mean, definitely there's a lot of Anne and me, and that's why I wrote it. I wanted to tell the story of a people pleaser and her journey towards, how that was screwing up her life and how she, tries to free herself from that, and just how you could have a family that has dysfunctional dynamics and you could say,
Yeah.
okay, I don't like these dynamics, but then suddenly you're drawn into, these dynamics in your relationships and you're not really sure, how do I break this cycle of this kind of dysfunctional dynamic cycle?
Well, yeah, definitely. And then, you look at everybody in her family, and yes, and they're all like, I mean, look, we all have crazy families. I don't know anybody who doesn't, I don't care what people say on Instagram. Nobody has a perfect family. But the family in this, everybody is pulling at her at so many different ways. Did you find that while you were, a young girl or even just growing up or becoming successful in your career that you were being pulled in different ways and you finally had to decide this is what I am going to do. Leave me alone.
Yeah, I think I was brought up in the household that I was brought up, sort of like being taught, like, you're not really supposed to, ask for what you want, just do what we want you to do, and like don't complain, kind of. And so then to kind of relearn, no, actually it's good to, like, go after what you want, and if you don't like something, to say it. I think I was brought up not to set any boundaries, right? So
Yeah.
it was very hard for me to go, no, I don't like this, or I want that, or I don't like it when this happens, or, don't talk to me like that, because I wasn't taught that. I wasn't taught how to have, confidence and self-esteem in that way. So it was really through my friendships, having healthy friendships, and through a lot of different self-help stuff that I did, that I learned how to, communicate and ask for what I wanted and get clear on what I wanted and break these unhealthy, dysfunctional patterns that have been, in me since I was a kid.
Yeah. And did you find directing, do you like that? Is that a comforting thing for you? Because you've been acting for so many years. So as an actor, I would think that that would have really helped you behind the camera.
Definitely, like shooting things with other actors. I do feel really confident about that. I mean, the process with, you working with your cinematographer and editing, and those things are newer to me. I feel like I'm definitely learning a lot in those
Yeah.
areas. But it is fun. I do love films and filmmaking and just learning every aspect of the process. It is really fun. And now when I go on the set, I'm shooting a movie right now in South Africa. And you go, okay, I know what that, I really understand what the production designer is doing, and I really understand what the editor is doing. And you understand all the different jobs more, which is cool.
Yeah. Is there a director that you've worked with, any time in your career, so many great movies, Heather, that maybe you just took something from that really stuck with you?
I mean, I definitely took things from everyone I work with, but I think for sure just like someone who's passionate and really has such a deep passion in the story that they're telling, and they make you feel so appreciated that you're there. That's definitely something I wanted to do, where you go to the actor like, I think you're so amazing. I'm so glad you're here. Like, you're doing a great job. I just think empowering the actor, because I do feel like I've worked with some directors where they're just like, they make you feel like you're amazing, and then
Yeah.
you just feel more confident and you feel like you just want to be your best because they're giving you so much love and support. I do think it's a little bit being a parent, you're just like being like, great job, some,
Yeah.
just giving them encouragement.
Yeah, of course. You'll get a better performance. There's no question about it. I love that you cast Julia Stiles in this role as your sister, who's like, you're butting heads. She's got this problem. We don't get to see Julia in that way very often, and we've been very lucky to have her here in Canada over the last years because she shot a really hilarious comedy series here. So we've been speaking with her and catching up with her. But to see her in this role, how did you kind of see her as that? Did she come to you? How did that all come to fruition?
Well, it's amazing that she agreed to do the movie. I'm a huge fan. I mean, to be honest, her saying yes, greenlit the movie, her stardom and attaching herself and really liking the script. But it is cool because she is not this character in real life. She is like extremely together, extremely intellectual, like married, kids, So I like that she was willing to play this totally just like screwed up girl who's just angry and just living in her parents' house. It's fun seeing her play this totally different character.
Yeah, and just working with her, and you're look like you said, you're directing her as well. But how much does she bring to the table because she's been doing this also for so long?
I mean, she brings a lot. Definitely there's an aspect where I'm like, okay, well, I see that she wears this. And I send her some pictures of like Joan Jett wearing like a leather jacket or Blondie, or I'm like, she's cool. And then she made up funny lines. Like she made up a lot of funny stuff. And she just went for it, which is really cool.
Yeah, you've always been
I mean, the
into.
cool thing I would say is that, there's a scene we get in a fight, and at that
Yeah,
time she was pregnant, and she wasn't really telling anyone that she was pregnant, but she said to me, like, just be careful in the scene, like, because I am pregnant and I don't want to like, hurt the baby. And I'm like, oh my God, like you shot this movie even though you're pregnant. Like, I'm so glad you still did it.
yeah, good on her. Amazing. Look, you've always been into wellness and yoga and all those kinds of things. My God, Heather, you look freaking awesome. I don't think that you've aged
Oh, thank
one
you.
bit. I was looking back at old
Oh.
movies of yours and stuff like, from Boogie Nights. You have not aged. What is your secret?
Oh, thank you for saying that. I mean, that is really nice.
Oh,
Basically,
I'm
you're
not
not
being
really
nice.
seeing me.
It's
I'm on
true.
Zoom. Uh, no, I mean, I do feel like lucky that I do feel like I'm healthy and I do a lot. I mean, I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I sleep a lot, I meditate, I do yoga. I think, surrounding myself with like really good friends and people, it helps. Like that's the theme of my movie is chosen
Yeah.
family. So it's like find your chosen family and feel good about yourself. I do affirmations, because it is hard to feel good about yourself sometimes, but I do them twice a day, just like I feel sexy and beautiful, because sometimes I
Yeah.
don't feel that way, but I just do those affirmations every day.
Well, my God, keep doing what you're doing. That bikini scene. Oh my God, I was like, okay, all right. I don't get it. It's all good. You look amazing. At this
That's
point in your
funny.
career, Heather, how do you choose roles now? Like, especially now that you've directed and produced and written, do you look at scripts now in a different way? Like when you're saying you're shooting something in South Africa now, how do you decide what you want to do for your next project?
I mean, of course, it always goes back to the script. When you're reading the script, do you like the script? Do you like what the movie's about? The character, the director, the other actors? I mean, of course, sometimes money is a consideration, but I do want to play interesting roles. I care that the woman's got something cool to do, that my character has some sort of interesting, complicated something to them,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm grateful that I get to keep working. It's really fun. And I definitely look forward to just playing. Like I'm working with Patricia Arquette right now, and I
Oh,
was
I
hanging out with
love
her last
her.
night, and I was like, I love how you're like doing so many interesting characters. Like I look forward to like doing characters like she's doing, like just really going for it. Like just any kind of different, interesting, wild out there character. Like I'm excited for that.
Oh, I'm excited to see the two of you together. My God, that's going to
I
be
know. I'm
fun.
excited. I'm in a movie with her for sure.
Oh, she's wonderful. I love her. Just to wrap it up, I wanted to know when you look back at your career, Heather, what was the hardest role for you to prepare for?
I mean, to be honest, directing is really hard because you have to think about so many. First of all, you have to find the money, and then you have to find the sets, and then you have to find all the actors, and then you have to, get SAG to agree to shoot. Like you're dealing with so many things that you're not usually dealing with. So it's way harder. And like developing things, like I optioned this book that I want to make, and it goes through, so you have to like do all these legal deals and do all this business stuff, and it's really hard.
Yeah, well, you fooled us. You did a great job on this, and I just need to know, can you still roller skate?
I can, but it's not, I need to brush up a bit. And to be honest, I moved and I found my skates and I was like, I haven't really worn these skates very much.
Yeah.
And I was thinking of giving them away. And then my manager was like, you should donate them to the Academy Museum.
Yes.
And then they said, we want them. And so they, this cool museum where they have like Dorothy's red slippers, and they took my roller skates and they're gonna be in the Academy Museum.
It's amazing. I love that. Well, thank you for sharing that. Listen, thank you for your time today, Heather. I really love this
Thanks,
movie.
Bonnie. It's
Really
great
fun.
talking to you.
Great talking to you, and come visit us in
Yeah.
person sometime soon.
I would
Okay.
love it.
All
Thanks for
right.
your kind words.
Oh,
Much
you're very
appreciated.
welcome, Heather. Take care. Okay. Bye-bye. Best of permission to record.
Yes, giving you access to record, you'll have 7 minutes with her.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful.